Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one is from I'm the Doom Merchant. Am I the beehole for ordering my food as soon as the waitress comes to take my drink, order in a cafe/diner? This happened 2 days ago, and my wife's angry reaction still perplexes me. Although I can see her point of view, I still think that I'm well within my right to do what I did, and I'm not a beehole. Please let me know what you think. We arrived to eat in a local cafe for brunch before I had to go to work that afternoon. It wasn't an evening meal meant to sit back and enjoy the experience. It was more of a place to go get some food, hang with my wife, and catch up and then go to work, nothing fancy. The waitress came over to take our drink order, but this is a cafe we come to quite often. I knew exactly what I wanted to eat, so I said that I wanted to order food at the same time. The waitress hesitated a bit and said that they were supposed to only take a food order after the drinks. That's weird. Every place I go to, I can, just order my food. Had been delivered. I asked if I could order my food now, as I had work to get to, and I knew exactly what I wanted already, and didn't even need a menu. My wife already knew what she would want to have to eat as well, and discussed it before arriving, so I wasn't rushing her either. The waitress said it was okay, so we both ordered our food and drinks together, and the waitress left to put in the order. As she left, I said to my wife that I understand that cafes/restaurants want you to drink once while you wait, and then when your food comes, to order another drink, and this way, that's what they do. I find it a bit annoying to be manipulated like that, so I always much prefer to order both at the same time and then not drink my drink until the food comes. I'm the same way. I try to, not drink my drink or nurse my drink. I also get a shorter time from arrival to leaving, as ordered as soon as I get there, rather than being made to wait 10 extra minutes. I said this all pretty casually, as it was just a conversation in passing between the subject that we were talking about before the waitress came over. But my wife called me arrogant for also doing this. She works as a waitress and said that what I did meant I was jumping the queue and making orders wait for their food long. No, you're not. I said I wasn't jumping any queue, as if there were other people who hadn't ordered their food yet. They were not even in the queue. True. It's not like I demanded my food to be made before everyone else. I just wanted mine to enter whatever queue there was as soon as possible. Exactly. And wait my turn in that queue, and be in and out of the cafe as fast as possible and get to work. She was very angry that I didn't see it the same way she did, and I just think I'm ordering my food and waiting for it, but saving myself 10 minutes of unnecessary waiting time. Am I the beehole? No, P. No, you're not the beehole. Me and my sister meet for sushi every once in a while, and we go to the same place so we know what we want. The only time I take time to look at the menu is if I want to try a different roll. But we go in there and say, no thank you to the menu, we want this and this, and we get it immediately. That makes sense to me. If you know what you want, speed things up, you know what I mean? Why waste the time? And yeah, what you said is true. You're not jumping a queue. You are getting into the queue. You're getting into it sooner, 10 minutes sooner than before. I don't know what's going on with your wife, but what you said makes sense to me. You're getting in sooner, and you know what you want. Why waste the time there sitting for 10 minutes, especially when you gotta, get to work? So, Pete, no, you're not the beehole. And our second one comes from Suspicious Brain 5807. Am I in the wrong for telling a girl to go back into the kitchen? I, a 23-year-old male, have been dating my boyfriend, Jake, a 22-year-old male, for a good 6 years now. So, I'm well acquainted with his family. The woman I said this to was his sister, Amelia. I was raised by a single mom who worked 2 jobs to support us, so I grew up doing a lot of housework, and in her free time, my mom taught me how to cook. Awesome. This is me talking. Guy, girl, it doesn't matter. Learn how to cook, man. It's a skill you need. I like to think I'm pretty damn good at cooking. I cook for myself and for my boyfriend, and sometimes his family. I have sensory issues, and my boyfriend is allergic to a few things, so I'm pretty good at finding workarounds to accommodate people, including Amelia. She is well aware that I can cook. Anyway, she came over yesterday and sat down at the island, in the kitchen. I don't quite know how to describe it, but basically she was on the other side. I was in at the counter, back turned to her, making some lasagna. Ooh, lasagna. My specialty. So I turned around to ask if she would like something, and she promptly burst out into laughter. I was confused, and she just kind of pointed at my apron. I was more confused. My apron is pretty normal, just plain blue. Then she told me she'd never have thought I was the girl of the relationship. I assumed this was a reference to my physicality. I'm pretty tall and do a lot of sports. I dithered, confused, and she explained that I was cooking. I just continued staring, not quite sure what she meant. Then she explained, as though I was a toddler, that cooking is for girls and that the apron made me look like a 90s housewife. How does the apron do that? Like, it's not like you were wearing some frilly, flowery apron. You were just wearing a basic blue apron. You see manly dudes out there barbecuing in aprons because the apron is needed to, keep your clothes clean. Hell, you see guys out there welding, doing a man's job, and they're wearing an apron. Ah, weird. The funny part about all of this is that Amelia cannot cook. I told her if cooking is for girls, maybe she should go back to the kitchen so she could learn. I'd be more than willing to teach her. She went red in the face and stormed off. Good. Good over here throwing rocks at you when she can't even cook. I went back to my cooking. This morning, quite a few of my friends have contacted me, telling me that of all people should know better than to perpetuate gender stereotypes. Okay, she's not telling them the whole story because she did it first. Some of them agreed with me after hearing the context. Good, good. Those are your friends. The rest aren't. Which Amelia did not tell them. Of course she didn't. Of course she didn't. But others said I didn't need to sink to her level. No, that I hate that. Oh, be the better person. Rise above. No, no. That they don't get to throw mud at you and then you just have to take it. You get right down in the mud and you start chucking mud balls right back at them. IMO. I thought that I would show her how weird it was to perpetuate gender stereotype roles. Yes, she is doing that. When herself doesn't fit within them. Yup. Maybe. But maybe I could have tried explaining it first. Am I the beehole? Edit. Amelia's not a child. She is 24. Edit 2. Showed the post to the other friends, and they don't think I'm the beehole anymore. Nah, there's no point in explaining it. She knew what she was doing when making the comment, "Oh, you look like a housewife." I don't know how that's possible. You're wearing a simple blue apron making food. I don't know where this gender nonsense came from when it comes to cooking. People, learn how to cook. You'll live longer instead of eating all that crap out there on the street. You know what I mean? Eating out should be a once in a blue moon thing. Plus, cooking is amazing, especially when you get good at it and you kill it and you serve it to people and they like it. Oh, that's a good feeling. It makes you want to cook more. Funny thing is, while my mom does most of the cooking growing up, my father was the one who taught her how to cook. She knew how to bake, but she didn't know how to chop up a chicken, season a chicken, you know what I mean? Do all of that. My old man knows how to cook. He's the one who taught her. So no, it's not some girly thing. Cooking is a thing that every human being should learn because it's a skill you need to have. Make you last longer and it'll save you money instead of going out there and engorging yourself on fast food garbage. OP, no, you are not in the wrong. She is in the wrong, and she knows she's in the wrong. That's why she had to go lie and try to gain some sympathy from people around her. I hate when people do that crap. And our final one comes from Articulate Rhinoceros. Am I the beehole for laughing at my sister-in-law? My sister-in-law gave birth about 11 months ago. Today is her first Mother's Day. As a mother, she told me earlier this week she plans to speak to my mother and her mother today about no longer allowing them to celebrate Mother's Day. Because she's a mother now, and it's her holiday. Alright. For the record, she lives in my house, and I also have young children who live with me. She said that the grandmothers can have Grandparents' Day now. Who even celebrates that? And that Mother's Day should just be about her and celebrating slash appreciating her. And she shouldn't have to share her day with anybody else. I didn't bother asking if I was allowed to celebrate still or not. Instead, I just laughed at her and said, "Yeah, good luck with that," before exiting the room. She hasn't brought it up again. But has been kind of cold to me since. Honestly, I don't think I'm wrong here, but maybe this is a generational etiquette divide. I'm a lot older than her. I suppose I didn't need to laugh at her, but like, come on. Edit. Whoa, this blew up. Thank you everyone for the reassurance. Sorry I didn't reply to the comments. I went out with my mother and kids, and by the time I got back, there were over 200 replies. Sister-in-law ignored me when I got home and hasn't said anything, so I'm not sure how her day went, but mine's is going pretty well. Okay, OP, no, you are not the beehole. I don't know what is going up with her. That ooh, you don't have a whole Mother's Day. Everyone's a mother. When you have a kid, you are now officially a mother. Even when you get older, I'm older, and my mom is still my mom, man. You don't stop being a mom. Like, holy hell, talk about main character syndrome. Yeah, I probably would have handled it the same way you did and laughed at her. It was like, I would assume, oh, you're joking. This is a funny little joke you told me. That's a good one. Good job, sister-in-law. Funny. But from what you said in the story, I think she was dead or serious. That's really funny and weird. I don't know what she thought was gonna happen. That you were gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna ask you permission if my children could celebrate Mother's Day with me. A mother. Baffling. Yeah, Opie, you're not in the wrong. She's living in La La Land. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.